Some of the best games are formed in shapes of RPGs, going way back to the beloved Earthbound series, or landmark titles like Final Fantasy VII changing the way we battle by a turn-by-turn based system. Maybe it's being lost for hours in them side quests like Witcher, Mass Effect, Fallout, Cyberpunk.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Okay, too soon? Too soon. What's up guys, Nathan here, back with another Game Pass RPG edition video. I selected some of the best RPGs on the servers right now that you really shouldn't miss out on. There's a lot to get into, so let's get into it. First up we have Dodgeball Academia. It's this right here is why I love this genre so much. It allows you to get creative and build a battle system around a game of dodgeball. You make a team of 3 members with different stacks, abilities and playstyles. Some might come as a powerhouse while others play as the healer of the team. Every teammate has different patterns of attacking and some defend by catching the ball or counter hitting the ball back. It's during these battles that the characters have a meter to fill that can be unleashed for a game changer, like the main character blasting a fireball Street Fighter style. Now, some of you won't remember the Mario Golf game back on the Game Boy Advance, when it was actually developed by a different team, the same team that brought you the legendary title Golden Sun. What made this the best Mario Golf game to date is the story campaign and the RPG focus it went in. It really isn't something you see too often these days, and it's a damn shame. Here we get to see what a modern take looks like. You play as a young dodgeball student named Otto. The academy itself does a good job as working as the hub for the entire game, and it's within this hub you'll solve puzzles, complete side quests and explore different types of areas. The story and characters are a joy at most, with great dialogue and humour throughout the game. Something that did speak to me personally was the Yu-Gi-Oh anime vibes I got, and what I mean is everything evolves around dodgeball. You have a disagreement, settle it with a game of dodgeball. You break the law, prove your innocence through a game of dodgeball. It's that kind of game. If this is the first time you're hearing about this title, do yourself a favour and download this game. No pun intended, but it's a slam dunk. Wait, I think I got it wrong there. Yakuza Like a Dragon walks that line between crazy silly fun while still having a rich in-depth story. At times you could literally hear a pin drop while watching twists and turns from the campaign, only to be laughing my ass off moments later. This would be the 7th Yakuza game in the series, but can be seen as a massive reboot. First, you play as a new original character that has his own spin-off story that doesn't play into the mainline series, making it ideal for newcomers. What once was a combat action game has turned 180 to a turn-based JRPG. Inspired by games like Dragon Quest, it brings back that old school style with a few surprises. Attacks, specials, summons are all mechanics we kind of expect these days, but summoning a 40-plus-year-old man with a, well, let's say different kind of fetish to say the least, is exactly what Like a Dragon is all about. Mix that in with real-time battles around the city, brings that extra layer of tactics, like using objects to deal even more damage. Let's talk about them side quests though. I'll be honest, I sometimes spent my entire play session just on this alone. Whether it be plucking toys like Ai from the Super Monkey Ball series, completing arcade mode in Virtua Fighter 5, go-karting, a game of darts, and of course, singing to your heart's content in karaoke. This game can easily keep you busy for hours on end, and that's why I encourage you to try it out for yourself. Also, while you're there, why don't you subscribe to the channel? Okay, I promise I'll never sing again, but please subscribe to the channel as it does help us out.
Boys, get this man a diaper. Yes, sir.
Fallout Vegas is considered to be the best title in what is already an established series, loved by many for its more RPG focused route. Funny enough, it wasn't made by Bethesda. it was made by a team of developers called Obsidian, who later broke off to create a brand new IP from the ground up. This is when Outer Worlds steps in, while bringing a few tricks from other games. At its core, the game leans heavily into Fallout, replacing the famous facts with a new slow motion mechanic that physically lets you aim yourself. By that alone, the combat is pretty solid, but when you add in Mass Effect levels of teammates, this is when the game really starts becoming the best of both worlds. A total of 6 characters can join your squad, each bringing abilities and different perks to the team, which carries over to the exploring side of things too, with characters sharing their perks like pitlocking, hacking, and optional conversation topics like lying through your teeth.
You think? Most marauders can't even talk. But criminals do attract other criminals by their own nature. You know what? You're right.
Just by having them in your squad. It's a smart way to fill gaps that's lacking in your main character's build. What really makes this game for me though is the setting taking place in space. It's something that hasn't been done before in any RPG, any movie or TV series, and nothing in the future ever will. I know, I'm just kidding of course, but I really did love that setting. Each planet had different laws and different messed up ways of living, which is highlighted even more through great storytelling with hours and hours worth of side quests. Only a few hours in, you'll have to make tough decisions between 2 towns that will impact the rest of your playthrough. Outer Worlds 2 was just revealed at this year's E3, and I'll be honest man, if it plays anything like the first one with Microsoft's fuck you money behind it, we really do have something special in the hands here. But don't just take my word for it, go check it out yourself. I just want to say thank you so much for getting to the end of the video, but don't stop there. Let me know what RPG game I need to play for my next video. I'll even give you a shout out. If you want to help the channel, like and subscribing is the best way, or watch the videos that are on the screen now. I've been Nathan and I'll see you in the next video. GG's.